Welcome to the Where Winds Meet Law series. One of the biggest mysteries in the game is who the main character really is. Right now, there are three big theories. First, we are Wang Qing's kid. Second, we are Li Zuo's kid or reincarnation. Third, we are unrelated to both, but still special in some way. The game clearly wants this to stay a mystery, so there's barely any hard proof. All we can do is speculate, but I'll do my best to lay out the arguments behind all three theories. A lot happens at the start of the game, so let's do a quick recap. After the Tang dynasty collapsed, China entered 50 years of chaos called 五代十国. 五代 means the 5 short-lived dynasties that ruled over the central plains, and 十国 means the 10 smaller kingdoms in the south and west. The Chinese were always shielded from the Khitans by Yan Yun, the 16 prefectures acting like a natural firewall. That changed when the general Shi Jingtang handed Yan Yun to the Khitans for personal gain. It was a game changer, allowing the Khitans to invade the entire central plain. Historically, Wang Qing died fighting them at Zhongdu Qiao. This battle is important and will keep coming up in the game. The CN anniversary story centers on it, and Granny Turtle's son also died there. In real history, Wang Qing was betrayed by his senior officer who surrendered to the Khitans, leading to the wipe out of the entire army of 200,000 troops. In game lore, Wang Qing is a member of the Well of Heaven sect. So is his close friend, Jiang Yan. Jiang Yan believed 侠义 meant protecting fellow disciples, while Wang Qing believed it meant protecting the entire country. The two clashed, but later, when Wang Qing got surrounded by the Khitans, Jiang Yan rushed in to save him and died, leaving behind his son, Jiang Yan. Wang Qing then adopted Jiang Yan and taught him the nameless spear. Fast forward to Zhongdu Qiao. In the quest, Twisted Fate, we learn that Wang Qing died twice on the same day. In that desperate battle, Wang Qing requested the purple bug and turned himself into a dream puppet. The only way to stop it appears to be decapitation. Jiang Yan had to behead his adoptive father. This explains why the general's shrine in Qinghe shows Wang Qing as a headless statue. The game begins right after this battle. We play as Jiang Yan, who has just got out from Zhongdu Qiao, rescuing a baby and a jade. The Aureate Pavilion brands him a father slayer and hunts him for the jade. Li Zuo sends the Void King to stop us. We beat the Void King, but a purple bug revives him in a violent state, and we had to fight him again. After losing, the Void King volunteers to guard the Gleaming Abyss and kill 1,000 people to regain Li Zuo's trust. The game threw a ton of focus on the purple bug by showing it 3 times within the first 10 minutes, with the Void King, with Feng Shu at Old Jin's tournament, and with the horse dancer. If you want to know more about Dream Puppets and Li Zuo, you can watch my lore video linked here. Jiang Yan then vanishes for 13 years, hiding in Qinghe as Jiang Wulang. Jiang means a great river, Yan means calmness of a river, and Wulang means no waves, so the meaning stays the same. Let's dive into the Wang Qing theory. First argument. For the 13 years he raised us, Jiang Wulang never told us his real name, identity, or who his father was. Yet every November, he makes us kneel before Wang Qing's armor. Kowtowing is a serious act of extreme respect. If Wang Qing were only his adoptive father, and Jiang Yan was even hiding this from us, he could perform the kowtow alone. Why make the MC join? Some players find this argument convincing, but it's also possible that Jiang Yan made us kneel only because Wang Qing saved our lives. Second argument. In Twisted Fate, He Ran is the only man alive who personally knew Wang Qing. If anyone could spot similarities between the MC and Wang Qing, it would be him. But guess what? He Ran happens to be blind. Third argument. The Aureate Pavilion hunted Jiang Yan so relentlessly that he had to change his identity. Escaping alone is hard enough. Doing it while carrying a baby is insane. If we were just a random kid, why would Jiang Yan risk his own life and spend 13 years raising us by himself? He could have entrusted us to Chen Zixi or another friend. He was only 19. Raising a baby with zero knowledge and mental preparation was unlikely his first choice while hiding undercover, unless we were the child of someone he deeply respected. Furthermore, Chen Zixi is a close friend of Jiang Yan who always makes jokes about everything. But even Chen Zixi never once questioned his decision or asked who the baby was. Could there be a powerful reason behind that silence? Fourth argument. As explained in my Li Zuo video, is the endgame villain. He built a dream puppet army and destroyed villages for experiments. If he were our father, Jiang Yan probably wants to hide that truth to keep our loyalty from ever drifting toward the enemy. A good way to cover this up would be for Jiang Yan to adopt us, since he practically raised us anyway. But Jiang Yan never lets us call him father, only uncle. That choice matters. It suggests our father might be someone Jiang Yan would never replace, someone he holds in the highest respect. At the same time, Jiang Yan also never lets us call him brother. If we were Wang Qing's child, then Jiang Yan would indeed be our adoptive brother, and calling him brother would risk exposing our true identity. Uncle was the only safe label. After Twisted Fate, we also receive a quest item, the red fish kite. In Chinese, the text literally says, "No need to hurry, elder brother." This detail was lost in the English version, perhaps intentionally, or maybe because the translation team did not realize its importance. Since this quest is about Jiang Yan, who else could that elder brother be? Against the Wang Qing theory. According to real history, Wang Qing was 53 years old when he died at the Battle of Zhongdu Qiao, while we were about 1 year old. In that era, most people married in their late teens or early 20s, so while having a child at 52 is not impossible, it would have been an outlier for the time. Clues supporting the Li Zuo theory. When we fight the Void King in the Gleaming Abyss, he mistakes us for Li Zuo. That suggests we might be Li Zuo's kid or reincarnation, or at least share some key qualities with him. Also, we were 16 when Li Zuo ordered Qian Ye to destroy Blissful Retreat. Li Zuo himself was about 16 when he was exiled and poisoned. If he were our father, he might have forced us to relive his trauma at the same age so that we become more likely to follow his path. Argument against the Li Zuo theory. The jade that Jiang Yan especially came back to Qinghe to take from us appears to be a key item. Jiang Yan let us keep it while growing up and even carved our name into it. Li Zuo is obviously after the jade. Given his lack of moral standards, if we were Li Zuo's kid, Jiang Yan would likely do some risk management and keep it safe away from us. Arguments supporting commoner. This theory says the MC isn't anyone's special child, just an ordinary person with a rare gift, the ability to hear the world's true sound. When you submit oddities, the NPC Qi Sheng, whose name literally means harmonic sound, explains that sound is like the Tao, the flow of the universe, carrying the 7 emotions and 6 desires. By following that natural flow, one can reach spiritual perfection. The MC is someone who can hear what the world and its people cannot say out aloud. There's also a really important detail in the Chinese title of the game, Yan Yun, the 16 sounds. Those 16 sounds come from the musical system established by Cai Rong. Instead of using only the 12 tones used by the imperial court, he deliberately included 4 additional tones used by common people. Fittingly, many systems in the game revolve around sound, like the harmonic core and oddities, and that tells you what exactly this game is about. Where Winds Meet isn't here to glorify the nobles or elites, it's about regular people. Here, history isn't just driven by chosen heroes. Tian Ying, for example, was just an homeless orphan looking for a roof. In Where Winds Meet, to be a xia does not even require power or wealth. As One Leaf, One Life shows, anyone can be a xia. Therefore, it fits the overall theme of the game if the MC isn't the child of some legendary figure, but just someone who can hear the sounds of the people. In that sense, the MC could be you, the player, sitting in front of the screen, resonating with the emotions of the people and choosing to fight for the common good. That's all from me. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.